Well, good morning and welcome to week 9 of the It Is Written devotional series. Today is September 29th and it's actually my birthday. Today I am 49. So I cannot think of a better way than to talk about what it means to be alive. So let's talk about that. What does it really mean? If you look up the definition, it says to have life, to exist, to continue, to remain. So the world defines being alive by what you can see and feel, having breath in your lungs, activity in your body, maybe even excitement in your experiences. But here's the truth. You can be breathing, moving, even thriving in the world's eyes and still be spiritually dead. Let's think about flowers in a vase. A friend of mine gave me some last night for my birthday and I was admiring them. They're beautiful, so I put them on my desk. And at first glance, they look alive. They're bright, they're colorful, they're beautiful. You can set them out for a few days and admire them. They even smell really good, but here's the truth. They have been cut off from their source. And without the root, it doesn't matter how good things look on the outside. They're dying on the inside. And those flowers are gonna last a few days, but eventually the petals are gonna wilt, the colors are gonna fade, and what once looked alive will be lifeless. And isn't that such a picture of how the world defines being alive? We can put on a smile, chase success, and we can look like we've got it all together. But if we're disconnected from the true source of life, it won't last. It's temporary and it will fade. But when you're rooted in Christ, you're connected to the living water. You don't just survive for a little while, you flourish, you grow, you bear fruit. And that's the difference between a flower in a vase and a flower in the soil. One is temporary beauty, the other is lasting life. Let's look at our scriptures this week. Ephesians 2:4-5 says, "But God, who is rich in mercy, because of his great love, which he loved us, even when we were dead in trespasses, made us alive together with Christ. By grace you have been saved." So Paul is reminding the church in Ephesus of what life was like before Jesus, which was spiritually lifeless. But then God stepped in, and out of his mercy and love, he didn't just improve them, he made them alive. And that same grace makes us alive today. Now, in Galatians 2:20, he takes it even deeper. He says, "I have been crucified with Christ. It is no longer I who live, but Christ lives in me." So Paul is saying true life begins when the old self dies and when we stop living for ourselves and start living for Christ. The world says, find yourself. Jesus says, lose yourself in me and you'll finally live. So here's the main point, guys. Being alive in Christ is not just about existing. It's about walking in his purpose, his power, and his hope. I'm sure that we've all had moments in our life where we didn't feel alive, days when the enemy whispered things to us to keep us down. For me, it was, he would say, sit down. No one wants to hear your song. And moments when I had to sing words that I honestly didn't feel were true in my heart. But even then, God reminded me, being alive isn't just about the breath in my lungs. It's about the hope in my spirit. It's about knowing that even when everything falls apart, he can rebuild it. He sustains, he restores, he gives true life. So today, let's declare this truth together. I am alive, not because of what I've done, but because of what Christ has done in me. You don't have to stay disconnected like that flower in the vase. In Christ, you are rooted, sustained, and fully alive. Answer your reflection questions this week and really think about it. What does being alive in Christ mean personally to you? And where in your life do you feel numb or disconnected? And what would life look like if you truly believe that Christ lives in you every day? So, friend, know this today. You're not just surviving. You are alive in Christ. You're not just breathing, but thriving. You're not just existing, but you are filled with His Spirit and His purpose. Walk in that. Walk in that truth this week. So glad that you tuned in today. I hope you have a great day. There's a lot going on in the world. I've heard so many tragedies that have happened over the last couple of days. So lift those people up in your prayers this week. Be safe. I know the weather is kind of iffy. I'm not sure how that's going to all pan out, but be safe. Spend some time with Him. Thank you guys so much. Look forward, as always, to seeing you next week. Take care.